Let me just make sure everything's legit. Sound is good. You don't want to be talking to an alien. Hold up, hold up. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. We good, bro? Yes, sir. We good. Woo! Let me turn on this light, man. See, I got too excited. I forgot to turn on this light. So goodness gracious me. There we go. Now you can see my beautiful mug properly. What it be? What it do, players? It's your boy cousin Roy, man. God damn, I miss you guys. First and foremost, let me apologize for 2 weeks ago not being able to come live. Full disclosure, I basically got hammered in the afternoon. Came back here sitting down, thinking, I met a homie, man. Haven't met a homie in ages. Suddenly, out of the blue, we call. I said, okay, let's meet up. Got hammered in the afternoon, thinking, okay, man, let's go and get this thing sorted out. Wasn't able to last. So I apologize on that. But anyway, having stayed away last week, look what the heck has been going on, man. Holy crap. I think for everybody who's watched that Barcelona game the other day, I think you all just felt like the word is reinvigorated because man, that was a game of football, a proper game of football. Not to say that most of the time in the English Premier League you don't see games like that, but seeing that kind of passing, seeing the players go sliding in, going for tackles, going crazy. The only thing that was bad about that game was the referee, because again, I say it again, and I'm not ashamed to say it, FIFA's team is Barcelona. FIFA need Barcelona to do well so they look good. You feel me? So everything is fixed. I don't give a shit. The decisions were also bad. That penalty decision in that game was absolutely 100% ridiculous. It is like the softest penalty I've ever seen given in my life for a game of that magnitude. Now with these two teams playing, for the referee to be so casual, man. Look, we're playing in Old Trafford in our home, right? Usually, you think the referee might be a little bit intimidated. We might get the run of the mill of the decisions, right? Holy, I mean, what was it? 18th minute, 19th minute, a penalty kick. I'm thinking so deflated. I thought, okay, we're going to go another one of those lah. Barcelona lucky will come here, play some bloody tiki taka bullshit football, and then they win the title. But man, what a comeback, yo! I'm telling you, man. We'll come into this conversation about who we think is the most important player later. But I watched that game from minute 1 until minute 300. I did not feel tired even once. Not once did I feel tired. I didn't even want to look away or look at my phone for fear of missing something. It was like a game I have not seen in a long time. All the matches that come up to now that we're seeing how Barcelona have been playing, how Manchester United playing, seem to have some kind of pattern or rhythm to it. While most of the time they're playing in the Premier League, you know how it's going to be like heavy defense, attack, rough. Heavy defense, attack, rough. Try to get some good passes here and there. Then when they're losing, they start fouling you heavily. Barcelona game wasn't really like that. I thought at times, we were playing some really beautiful, flowy football, but to come back and beat them 2-1, man, I was like, golly, that was beautiful. I think the one thing we got to take from those two matches is home and away is I don't think we should be carried away, right? Barcelona, yeah, they're the best team in Spanish league. They're leading right now, but I don't think we should just get carried away by thinking that okay, now we've got this thing in the bag and that we are title challengers. I think we are far from being title challengers. I think we're not even close. Okay, because I still think there's a lot of problems. So I want to talk about this Barcelona game, man. Now, going to it, we were 2-all draw. There's no away goals bullshit. So we had to win. If we draw means to go extra time, then go into penalties. The decision was terrible, but the comeback goals, man, I thought were beautiful, guys. Like, I was just thinking after that match, there was a huge question. If I had to put right now, which department was the most improved department, I know the plaudits came crazy for Casemiro, right? We missed him for 3 games in the Premier League, and you saw how we played. We were struggling. They want to say Fred couldn't step in, Sabitzer, whatever, a few games here and there. And Weghorst, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. So I know you're going to hate me on this, but we talk about Weghorst. I feel like many of us are forgetting how all this entire revolution started or where it started from. And where it started from was actually having terrible, terrible defense. Remember all those times when we were saying that, oh man, midfield cannot play, lah, bro. They got to stand back, they got to cover. Bro, this one cannot, lah, bro. They cannot attack, bro. They got to cover, bro. Bro, this, bro, that. Everyone playing Harry Maguire doesn't know whether to turn left or right. Shaw trying to cover. Everything actually started in defense. We didn't have, the problems with the attack is they wasn't getting the service, and we had Ronaldo, they had big ego. Midfield I thought was fine. We didn't have big problems, but because the midfield had to cover for the defense, that's where the issue started. So I feel I know Casemiro is getting all these plaudits and everyone saying Casemiro, Casemiro, Casemiro. 30-year-old came in, we bought him for 60 million pounds. We thought he was a dud, turned out to be a gem. I honestly think the most improved department is defense. Really. I cannot forget those days when I was just watching the match and thinking Scott McTominay, Fred, Bruno cannot go up. And when they go up, they have to come down because the other fellows cannot defend and they're too tired. And they don't know what the hell to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, because the defense is short up, you got somebody who's showing some confidence in what he needs to do and he has speed. And there's Lisandro Martinez. I'm telling you seriously, man. I think this guy has come in and shot everything up. Luke Shaw is playing lights out. Man of the match against Barcelona the other day. My man of the match is Luke Shaw. Man, there was some clearance. There was some. Hang on, sorry, maybe some. There was some clearance. There was some clearance. There was some tackles. There was some good passes. There was some interceptions. They Shaw did. I thought, like, damn man. It reminded me of the days when Gary Pallister and Steve Bruce used to play, and no one really praised them. But all those corners and all that, they kept hitting out, hitting out. A few tackles when the opponent were breaking away, and they managed to stop it with the dirty pitch, broken ass pitch. Shaw, I think, was there, guys, yesterday. We always tend to go for the flashy player, the player who gives us that happiness, with a goal, with a pass, with a crazy tackle in midfield. But I think it was the defense that played it. So my man of the match the other day, I'm going to give it to Luke Shaw, man. Like seriously, I thought he played really lights out in that game, and I think them winning the game in Barcelona, I think gave them a lot of confidence. I think that's how we went into that cup final there and beat Newcastle 2-0. Like, look, man, whether or not they had Pope, and then the second string fellow Dubravka couldn't play, whatever, because he was with us for a while, and then Carriers came in. I don't give a fly. I don't give a fly. It's a cup match. It's a cup final. And Saint Maximilian gave us a lot of problems, man. I thought he played very well that thing. I thought he was playing like it was his last match. He's going to retire tomorrow. He gave us a lot of problems. But, what a game, huh? Should have scored more, second half, but I think maybe they were a bit tired. They decided to play some formation shit, here and there they miss. But man, what a game, man. League Cup. I'm not trying to jump really, up and down and say this is a great thing, but from a year ago, this position in this month where we were so trash. Ralphie, when Ralphie came over and took over, I remember everything was just nonsense. Everything's rubbish. There's no cohesion. We all thought we are going to be screwed. Did you ever imagine we'll be here? Like, if we win this match against Liverpool on Monday morning for me, match against Liverpool on Sunday for everybody else, whatever the fuck you are, on Sunday, I think we're only 3 points behind City. Now, I'm not saying title, forget about title. We just need to get top four, guys, and we still have issues here right now. We still got a lot of tough matches coming up. But I never imagined, man. Like, I was never a Christian Eriksen massive believer and all that, but he came and changed the team. Casemiro and all that, I was a fan. I said it before, like in the start. I think our best partnership would be Casemiro and Fred, because I didn't have put much faith in Eriksen. I was worried to get injured, but he proved me wrong until he got taken out by fucking Andy Carroll. And right now, I'm thinking these fellas have fit in well. Sabitzer, a lot of people are giving him his flowers so early. Weghorst, after he scored a goal pull up, after he played in the League Cup final and won his titles, now everyone is, oh man, we need to jump in and we need to give Sabitzer and Weghorst a contract immediately. I think we need to wait, man. I think if you go jump in, and then just get all excited and start signing this fella, start signing that fella, and hang on, let me put a caption up. Should we? Let's talk about this for a while. There was some talk about everyone's getting excited now and talking about signing, that we should sign Sabitzer and Weghorst like immediately. I want to say this, we always get carried away. We always get carried away. Every time we're playing well, a little bit well, we get carried away. We say, oh, we just sign this guy. They got playing there well. Someone makes a few good passes very well. Guys, I don't think Weghorst is the answer. I still cannot get fully invested in him. What I'm saying good is this, good passing. Okay? He's spreading the ball well. He's distributing the ball well. Okay, he's putting it left, right. He's putting it in the right spots. He knows how to link up play. But I want a striker. If Rashford was not on the form of his life right now, who would be scoring the goals? You know, Sancho coming on and on here, and he's not really scoring the goal, the game changing goals. I don't think so lah. When it's 1-0 and then he scored 2-0, for me, not really there, not really there. I'm talking like when you talk about crucial goals, it's like 1-1, 90th minute bang, one fellow comes in, scores that goal, something like that, no, like a Oli. So it's not really there yet. So if these two guys are not playing this well, where the goals going to come from? That's what the striker is there for. So if we want to jump to conclusions now and say, oh, his link up play very good, bro. And then people making videos, why Weghorst is so good to Manchester United, why Weghorst should be this one, bro. Guys, I don't think we should be that carried away with all this, man. All these things are just video work, some video work and all that, and make it look nice here and there, and then we all get carried away. It could even be the agents of the player who will commission someone to make this kind of videos, put it up on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. So cannot. With Weghorst in front there, you think we can challenge for titles next season? When Haaland gets some rest and comes back better, the entire team adds get better. Arsenal team getting way good, man. Arsenal team playing like Barcelona like that, man, back in the day. Playing so well. Newcastle going to get stronger. We are going to rely on Weghorst to give us 25 goals next season. Real talk, man. Real talk. Can Weghorst deliver 25 goals next season? I think cannot. So right now, both of them are on loan over here. I think we should keep them on loan, see how Ericsson is doing, get some backup for Ericsson. But all the news I'm seeing is we're looking for right back, right back, right back. Look, man, we should just keep Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We already paid for him. The boy can put in a shift. He's a fantastic ball stopper. We should just keep him. Why would try to shop him around for and then buy another right back? Unless it's good lah. Like when it comes to buying players, right? I don't mind in this summer transfer window if we put 65, 70 million to buy another 30-year-old. If that 30-year-old is like Casemiro, what's wrong? If the guy is like Casemiro, right, that kind of quality, right, I don't mind us putting the money in to get those kind of players. Even the look, man, even how I'm feeling, man, is the Naruto gloves, baby. We got Manchester United are playing like this, two thumbs up. Naruto gloves are on, baby. It's no more Akatsuki. What that? No more Uchiha clan. No. We don't need any voodoo magic. We don't need any ninjutsus, right? Yeah, we don't need any ninjutsus. All taijutsus, baby. It's all teamwork. So I feel if we go and if you want to buy another 30-year-old fella or whatever who's like in this third stage of his career, if it's someone like Casemiro, I got no problem. Ericsson came on a free. So I'm thinking right now, don't sign Sabitzer. Definitely don't sign Weghorst. But I'd like to know what you all think, lah. Definitely don't sign Weghorst. You see, if when you buy a striker, you want him to score goals, lah. And I know you want to play as a unit. Manchester City also did the same thing. They played for a long time without a striker, isn't they? They didn't really have a proper striker there. They still managed to get the goals. True. We are not Manchester City, man. You know what I mean? Eric Ten Hag doesn't seem to play like that. So I feel we need to go out in the market and find a proper striker. And speaking about proper strikers, have you all been paying attention to Darwin Nunez, the one we missed out? I won't say missed out on. He went to the worst team that he could go to for me to talk about right now. But Darwin Nunez going to Liverpool, he's starting to do better now. That's the second or third back heel goal, whatever shot from the back heel goal he's done. His timing is very good. He's going to get better next season. And then Manchester United say, oh, Manchester United's number one strikers, Wout Weghorst. Cannot, bro. I mean that doesn't work lah. Hey, hang on, Hey, Junson. Hey, Junson, what's up, bro? Junson, I'm live, man. Hold up. Yo. Hold up, man. I'm live, bro. Yeah. So I'd like to know what you all think, man, about Wout Weghorst. Do you think we should sign Wout Weghorst? Do you think we should sign Sabitzer immediately now instead of wait? My money is seriously like I think we better wait. Okay, there could be other deals there. If we need to go all out on Osimhen, if Ten Hag thinks he's the guy to go for, I think he's the guy to go for. But honestly, I think we are going for De Jong. I think in the summer window, right? Most likely, we'll go for De Jong. I think most likely we'll be signing De Jong in the we'll be signing Frankie De Jong in the summer. What y'all think? I think he needs somebody in that defensive mid area that can turn the game around and have some guile and some skill. I think there's nobody else out there that he's a big fan of except Frankie. Frankie, if he wins the Barcelona wins Barcelona the title this season, I mean, I don't know, maybe they'll get some money and all that. They already lost money because they're not in the Champions League. I don't know how, man. It's a very sticky situation, isn't it? I'm wondering should we keep going for him or not? In my opinion, good players like this should go for lah, especially if the coach wants. Any player that Eric Ten Hag wants, I want him to get him. I was except that Rabiot fella, man. I was lost. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Okay. And one more thing I forgot to say about Wout Weghorst. Wout Weghorst is just going to end up being another Odion Igalo. That's the thing. Okay. Wout Weghorst is going to end up being just another Odion Igalo. All right. I don't think we can. He's just going to come and then finally we'll get another better player or somebody in the juniors will play well and then we'll send him off. He'll be sitting in the bench. Then he'll never find a fucking game. He might play one League Cup game. Then suddenly we'll loan him to China. Honestly, that's what's going to happen, man. You watch. Like, some other Premier League team want to take him. His heart won't be in it. I mean, he came from Burnley. Now he's at Manchester United. Who wants to leave? He would rather sit on the bench, take that salary, take that paycheck, and be happy. So that's why I say cannot. If we need a striker, we need to go out there and see who are the best strikers out there and get him to complement the stream. And we need to get the striker quickly. Man, I don't. They come in late after the preseason and all that, and then kucha kache kecho, bro. I think we need to sort this thing out right, really, really, right quick. Okay, because if we get a striker and then he comes in late, then we don't know how to do anything. Then he does not replace Sousa because Wout Weghorst, I think, learned the Dutch way. I think he came up with the Dutch system from time he was a kid. So there's a certain way they teach them. I think it's similar to Ajax and the juniors and La Masia, right? See, La Masia, they have a way to play and the way they teach the kids. So that's why that boy who played for Barcelona against us, Arancho or whatever, it's a nice story. Y'all should go and read. Where he said when he came in as a 17-year-old, he didn't know what the hell was going on because he wasn't brought up there and he was explaining the culture. I feel in Ajax, they might have that same culture or in Holland. So when Wout Weghorst came in, easy to teach. That's why Ten Hag keeps praising him, saying he's good, a good player. He can run here. I know. I tell him, he knows how to do this, he knows how to do that. Fine, but he's not going to get us 25 goals next season. You get 25 goals scoring against small teams, but you don't score any goals against Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, and who else am I missing out? And City. No point. These are the games I feel we need to win. So right now for me, no signing Sabitzer, no signing Weghorst. Please let's not be silly. Let's see what we have. Ericsson's going to come back. McTominay is going to come back. They might have a spot. The one fella I'm bittersweet about staying or leaving is Fred. One of the most polarizing players, man. What do you all think? Nothing hard. He puts in his shift, but then a bit clumsy. Small, doesn't have the strength, always falling, but he dies on the pitch, really puts his heart out. As I said many times before, he's more of an AMF attacking midfielder than a defensive midfielder. But we don't know what to do with him. You know what I mean? I feel like if he goes, there's like this huge thing lifted off our head. We don't have to worry about him. And then we see the next fella take that role and then screw up. Oh, what's up? What's up? Yo, okay, who do I think up front? Well, if we can get Kylian, who we can buy? Okay, if who we can buy, I think we should go for Kylian Mbappe because right now he's not happy. Right? I think he sees the project that we're heading here with the buy over and all that. I think we should jump on him. Secondly, I want to see what the pricing will be for Victor Osimhen because Napoli going to win it, man. Napoli, like, poof, far away. The dude's playing okay. I don't really rate the Italian league very highly, even though I don't really watch a lot of matches. Y'all can hate me on it, call me out, no problem. But I feel for this point, I'm keen on these two fellas. Harry Kane, because of the age, one, the injury history, two, and price probably won't be a lot, but I don't know. Spurs will sell or not. If Spurs want to sell to us for an exorbitant fee, like say 150, I don't want. I'll say like Kane is probably like a 200 million striker, man. Like I know you all rate many people rate him very highly. I'm a bit skeptical because of injuries and all that. But I feel like if you go for Harry Kane, the price will be one thing. Will Daniel Levy play ball or not? And thirdly, is he okay? Like, do you think like he can play like 2-3 years? Will it be worth the investment? Whether we can win a title with him or not? Like when Van Persie came, also I wasn't sure. I thought when Arsenal were only here and there back then, but wow, he came in, just nailed it, man. I'm sure we can give him better service, right? I'm sure he can fit in, he can learn how to play. There's the price. So if in the most ideal situation, Kylian Mbappe one, Victor Osimhen two. Phew. Yo, we get Kylian Mbappe, man. I think we set Mbappe and Haaland rivalry, lot of attention, lot of pressure. The games are going to be supercharged. Like even sometimes now when we play Brighton and all that, maybe some people won't tune in. They watch highlights. Now Menu and Brighton, because Mbappe is there, everybody's going to tune in. Just watch. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like these two guys are right now out there in the market. Dusan Vlahovic will be the number three. All right, because I think he's tall, he can strike. I mean, he can hit the ball. So Duham runs with these three. So I like these three guys. And I just think if you want goals, these two guys will be decided. No, Mbappe. Oh, Mbappe is a dickhead. Okay, why? Because he gets all that money and he gets to do what he wants. Well, I don't think he'll get. I don't think Ten Hag will allow him to do that kind of shit. And actually, that's a good point also. Will Ten Hag want him or not? Because his salary is super high. He said he doesn't want those kind of players because they're unmotivated. But what manager would not want to have Kylian Mbappe in their team? Nobody. I don't think anybody in this world say, "Oh, you want Kylian Mbappe?" No, don't want. Let that fella take him. Then when Chelsea want to buy him, let Chelsea take him. Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? I think that there's a lot of stigma around Mbappe because he's in PS in the Farmers League and he gets whatever he wants. So I think he like this even this drama now with him wanting to leave is because of supposed petulance or whatever, not happy with something, bro. People are gonna blow it up. So yeah, to answer the question, these two men, I'm keen on these two first, but no, man, not Weghorst. Now, okay, minute 20. Okay, let's get into the juicy stuff. Let me take a drink. Let me take a sip. Let me center my chakras first. I practiced my jutsus a little bit just now. I just cannot. Maybe I shouldn't say I cannot believe what I read, what I heard, but I think I probably should have. This Mother Apple news was absolutely ridiculous, but at the same time, I kind of knew this shit was happening. How in the fly nugget heaven did this girl get pregnant when number one, she's not supposed to be near him? Number two, he's not supposed to be near her. They're not supposed to talk on the phone because there is a criminal sexual case against him for rape and coercive behavior. Okay. So for a year, since January last year, this shit blew up. And now news came in that Harriet Robson is freaking pregnant. And the baby that she's pregnant with is Mason Greenwood's. It reminded me of the Mike Tyson case last time. When Mike Tyson was going through that case in the court and he was divorcing his wife, he was still screwing his wife. He said, "Yeah, I was still screwing my wife back then. I think she owned me, man. I think she owned me. I'll pay for everything, man. I'm going for some man going to a nasty divorce, man. I can't go back to the house, man. I'm having sex with her, man." Mike Tyson, man, he was telling, readily, openly admitting that while he was going to a divorce, he was still screwing his wife, Robin Givens. And this kind of shit happens, I know. Oh, initially fight. Once you think all drama became huge, massive drama, and then everything cooled down. See, from the start, I've been saying these kind of young girls who got no brains, who just selling their skin, the titties and the ass are all up in the place with the Instagram and all that. This is where you become famous. Now, I personally believe I think the boy pushed it. Okay, because he got a little bit of history. Remember the last time in the England team with Foden with the stewardesses? So maybe he got a bit of history of going out and screwing. But they're young people, they screw, right? So maybe he went overboard with her. Shit got leaked. I said before, I repeat again for those who haven't seen it. I think it was her or the family member, somebody leaked it out. Lah. Then shit hit the fan, team became very bad. The Crown prosecution in Manchester said they don't want to go ahead with the case. They have already interviewed everyone they needed to interview. And then the police also said that, yeah, after interviewing certain elements, we found certain elements that we don't want to prosecute. Now this is fucking baffling, huh? Because an RAPE case is not nothing to be trifled with. This is the worst of the worst, and a young man. So now you blaming a young man for trying to RAPE his career. Everyone was saying Mason Greenwood's career is over. Mason Greenwood's career is done. He's never going to play for Manchester United again. This, that. I also thought, oh God, this is, he's going to pay a penalty. Lah, I felt at least 5 years gone, which is over. You 5 years, 21 to 26, you're not going to play for Premier League anymore. Your fitness, stamina, all gone. It will happen. That's top level sports, right? Professional level sports. Now, now the girl is pregnant, and this is what happened. One of the reports said that while this investigation was going on, Mason Greenwood had broken the terms of his bail. The terms of his bail was not to go and see the accuser at any given time or moment, but he had gone and seen her many times. He had gone to a house many times, and the police knew about it, but they did not do anything to stop him. They just let that sink in for a while. They did nothing to stop him. Then, following that, they decided that, okay, now that the Crown prosecution, now that this happened already, we did our interview, we don't think we have a strong enough case. And when you say you don't have a strong enough case, that means it landed on the girl. So is she lying or what? If they went an interview, right? Okay, just say the other element. You say, okay, maybe she didn't want to cooperate. Okay, she didn't want to cooperate. 1 year? 1 year investigation? Didn't want to cooperate high profile case like this? 1 year? No, seriously. They interviewed everybody and they decided there's no case. Now, I feel maybe I'm being an asshole if I say, okay, if it were me, so I probably shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say it, but I'm trying to make sense of this whole thing, and I cannot, I felt like it was just a nothing. It was just a fight between a boy and a girl. Like, I've had friends before, like, come and tell me, oh shit, man, he forced himself on me. I say, hey, go, bitch, go to the fucking police station. I mean, oh, no, forgive. And then in the end, she married the guy. I'm serious. Okay? Couple in fucking uni or college, whatever. Yeah, I think uni and college at that time, going out all the time. No, they were doing it everywhere. And then one day he comes, oh no, he did this me first. And I'm like, oh shit, man, I'm feeling bad, right? I'm thinking, oh God, what the fuck? I said, okay, go and do something, lah. Yeah, go, hello, no, do I? And I got married. You see what I'm saying? That's why everyone wants to jump, like, oh, rape, this shit, that shit, that. But the thing is, you give the boy a chance. Let's see when investigations come up. Okay, that's what I concluded with, right? I ended, okay, let's see what happens. Now, no case. We were riding high, back then we were actually doing quite well. And then when all this shit happened, we lost a striker, everything went to shit as well. He was like the Rashford now at that time. He was scoring every now and then all the goals, and then now all this shit happened. While I'm not saying I condone any of this behavior, please. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm mind baffled that if there was actually a rape, why isn't there somebody being prosecuted? Why isn't there even a hearing where, okay, let's bring the case in front of the magistrate, and then we bring certain witnesses in front of the magistrate, or yeah, probably not high court, in front of the magistrate, and then we memperbentangkan case. So you got the defense who'll say, okay, this is why we think this case shouldn't go to trial. The prosecution will come and say, this is why I feel the case shouldn't go to trial. Then the judge will decide. Now here, nothing. Nothing. They say they're calling him on bail to charge him on this and that. Nothing happened. That's why I'm so sick. So all those times he broke his bail regulations and he went to a house, he was screwing her, man. He was screwing all the girl's parents probably knew. Harry Robson mom and dad probably knew and they allowed it. That's why I say these girls cannot go anywhere without trying to tumpang glam on somebody. You know what I mean? Mason screwed up lah for sure. If he hit her, I don't know. Never went to court. So if he didn't go to court, so actually now that I talk about it, I guess now it's everybody's opinion lah, isn't it? So I should be allowed to say what I want, isn't it? Anybody here? What you all think, man, about this case? Like, I don't know, man. It's just one whole fuck up, lah. If I'm being real honest, I think he fucked the club up, and then now this boy wants to come back to Manchester, but then the women's team all don't want him, which is fair game for them. I think if I were female, I probably think the same thing. I don't want this guy there. But that means it's just at the end of the day, it's just a whole lot of bullshit, lah. It's just a whole lot of horse shit. How, man? How? I just flabbergasted, man. Man, holy shit! You got a investigation going on, and the fella is screwing the girl who accused him of. Oh man! Day-oh. Is it day-oh. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Day. Is it day? 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 Daylight come and the bitch is pregnant. So now, let's say this, this was the ideal scenario for anything like this to happen. So the guy who forced himself on her and the girl who was assaulted, finally they made up. They became friends. They continued screwing instead of jimmying it up. No Jimmy hats. Fuck it. Inside. Boom. Now she's pregnant. Now he's gonna marry her. Ideal life. And then he's gonna continue screwing and cheating on her on all the away trips when he travels, which whatever team he plays for in the future. All kinds of bullshit gonna happen. They might divorce. They might not divorce. It might end up like Anthony Martial. He came to Manchester United. Came to Manchester United. He was doing okay. And then after that, divorced the first wife, married the second wife, got kid there, got kid here. This kind of shit gonna happen, bro. The best of the best put all that shit behind when they play football. You know what I mean? But this is a massively talented player, future superstar, Hall of Famer, Premier League Hall of Famer, whose career just went down the toilet. And I was waiting for somebody to be punished. And in the end, she's pregnant with a kid. So what the fuck did we go through all that for? So I was being a mime error for a while. So okay lah, that's the thing, man. I'm like you said lah, fucking bullshit drama. Exactly, more drama. Exactly. Like, can he actually play for Manchester United again? Let me just get my naming, because I was just gonna nailed it, nailed it, because the only fucking loser is the club and us. We didn't have to go through all that heartache and spend fucking money buy replacements and all injured, and then buy Sancho, and then Sancho mental problems and all that, need a break 3 months, go here, go train, all that, come back. Yenna Mike sette polande. Yenge Nimadi. Oh my god, that's like that song I think is from 1945. So look, man, do I want him back? Do we want Mason Greenwood back in the club? I said it last week. I think I do want him back, man, because we could always use an extra talent, but I think fitness wise and all that, gone case Koya. Can find a place to play in the first team, also another problem. Would he want to play in the reserves? Another thing. You know what I'm saying? He probably need to build his career within a year. But the guy had talent, so maybe he can pick it up fast. You never know how these things work out. Or is it better for him to go out somewhere on loan, and then we keep an option to buy him? But I feel if he goes out on loan, he'll be a forgotten name, because Anthony Ilanga and all these fellas all are chomping at the heels to come and play, right? If we can't sell him, actually, I don't know how long his contract is for. We sell, so we won't get a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? We won't get a lot of money for him. Like, and I know there was some fellas who were saying, people were furious. No, some fellas, they were saying that there were some teams interested, but then they decided that they want to wait. Everyone wants to know Mason Greenwood actually does to me, blah 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 blah. Sorry, I'm just checking the latest news. Yeah, it's like that. If their clubs, one thing will be lower club, they won't want to pay much for him, and he's going to play in the dumb leagues, in the dumb season. And I don't know whether I can see any way back for him. You know, get him on loan, probably lah. That's why. I think that's the only way lah. That's the only way I say Mason Greenwood coming out. But this whole saga just stinks, man. It just absolutely stinks. I was so cheesed up. I saw Goldbridge and all try to tippy toe all around this shit. Then the blondie white boy, the younger fella, the one the stats fella or whatever he is, so now doing a segment. Oh yeah, I don't know about that, man. You got authorities, man. Fuck you. Okay. Y'all got opinions. Y'all really got opinions. You got a million plus follow, but you don't have the fucking guts to say what you need to say. No, because it's a touchy thing and you're making money out of it, man. Bullshit, man. I think this is just bullshit, rubbish, fucking nonsense. I don't want anybody going on hating on the girl. No, I don't think you should go to Instagram and start calling her dumb bitch and all this shit and all that. You do all that behind closed doors. Okay? You do all that, maybe here, you share all that shit here, and then we leave it here. Okay, I don't want to go taro her, bitch about her, and all that because again, these two fellas are young. They're very, very young. They're doing it like chipmunks, and they're losing their mind. Mason needs to learn how to control his shit. And I think if he comes back to Manchester United, I think Ten Hag going to tell him, listen, motherfucker, if you even if you even fart in my direction and I don't like the smell, you're out. It should be something like that. I mean, like even if tiny little feather, just a feather, just a little feather, just comes and just drops on the thing, he's out. I think it should be like that. I think he's got a long road back to redemption. And the fucked up part is, as he's finding this road back to redemption, he has to see that girl every day. Some La Liga team on loan, okay, yeah. He has to see that girl every day. What about resentment? I think is he going to end up with her now? You got a baby and all that. Aren't you going to be resentful towards her that you had such a promising career in football and now you're screwed? You're not going to go and study and get a degree now, is he? Does he look like that kind of guy? He looks like a dumb, like a dungu, actually, to be honest, Greenwood. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but I hope he finds his way, lah. But I don't know, man. I'm putting myself in his shoes. This girl called me out. I fucked my career up, and now she's pregnant with a kid, and I'm going to marry her, maybe. Bro, this is some weird shit, man. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck to make of this situation, man. Like really, I know it's a very touchy thing. I know. Yeah, what the fuck, man? I don't know shit. I mean, what the fuck am I saying, man? I don't know shit, way. Man, seriously, man, I don't know shit. What am I saying, man? Hello? What? Who am I? What? What's my? Where am I? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, man. When the summer comes, they're going to get 2, 3 more new players in. Maybe even a goalkeeper. If this Greenwood boy is going to be a headache, I think just going to tell him fuck off. Think about it, man. Now the club is trying to sell itself. Okay? And these goddamn Glazers are being the greedy motherfuckers. All right? The first bids that all came out for 4.5 billion, they all don't want. Now, with this kind of news coming in the background, it's going to affect the bottom line even more. I feel like they're going to be assholes, dirty Yanks, and keep holding on to the club. I'm glad that the Qatar and the English fella, Radcliffe, and all said, okay, we are putting an initial bid only. Didn't give them the full final bid because it's smart. I didn't think of that. No, I didn't think. I didn't think. The thing is, they put in the initial bids. The club can say yes or no. So now the club playing hardball, saying no, not enough. So you can put in another bid. So that's why you don't play all your cards initially. You give it some time and you wait. My problem is, what's up, man? Anyway, they can get married, take the kid, few years later, divorce. That's exactly, man. Exactly, man. They're going to destroy career. The boy's career is over. On this Glazer thing, with all this drama going on, they don't want this drama to be out there. It affects the bottom dollar. From what? From $13 a share, it went to 26, and then after that, on a Monday, it went and dropped back to 17. Fucking hell. What bullshit, man, is this? pathetic, isn't it? It's ridiculous that Evan Glazer can go and watch the League Cup final and someone threw curry in his face. Breaking news. Only here in Cousin Roy's Corner only you get this news. Because right on the corner there got Auntie Lakshmi making the toss and the curry on there. She told me her relatives were down there, they were watching the final. They said during the prize giving ceremony, Avram was nearby him, so they had a little bit of curry. 'Cause long time lah. They went early. The game only 2 hours, but you must go and be there for 5 hours. So you must eat. So about some curry, some rice, some chops, poor thing. But extra. Because game was good. They got excited. They ate a little bit, just alas perut skate. The extra curry, they say Avram looked like he needs some color in his face. They say Avram's face looked very white, very fair. They need some color. I agree. The guy looks like Santa Claus's cousin who had cancer from the time he was born, but somehow or other he's been in remission. He comes out every now and then. I mean, I got no problem with it. But the fact is, they're being greedy cunts. Get the siblings, six. Someone said 16 that day. They want 1 billion each. Oh, that's a good point, though. That's a good point. They want 1 billion each, so they're 600 and want 6 billion. 6 billion. I'm going to say 6 billion seems to be like the figure, the figure that they seem to be set on. But I'm glad that the Saudi fellas and the Qatar fellas are saying, no, we're not going to simply play you, fuck you. And then I think the bigger option is right now when they saw the prices going up, team playing well, they wanted to still hold on to it like little ticks, leeches, fucking put salt in this, see the fellow shrivel up and then just pop. You know what I'm saying? It's very disheartening, lah. It's so hard to see the bag, they're like Donald Trump, it just won't go away. He's like Donald Trump, they don't want, not that, we don't want to see him, we just want him to go away. They just won't go away. And come to think of it, what's a waste of curry, actually? I told auntie, I said, auntie, tell uncle, shouldn't have waste. Okay, you can take it back in the train, in the tinfoil wrap, take it back in the train, go home, maybe eat in the train, maybe give it to a homeless guy. You know what I mean? Instead of trying, but the uncle was very worried. He said his face looked very pale, like he hadn't eaten. So maybe from where he was sitting to the VIP room very far, so he couldn't walk there. So he gave some curry. Uncle is a Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna always say you must share. You know what I mean? Only the uncle put meat in his curry lah. But yeah, so we need 1 million for the stadium upgrade, whatever. I'm going to take time to see that money back for these bloody dirty bastards to ask for 6. That's some sick shit, son. I was really hoping 2 weeks ago we would see the end of this, but tak tahu lah, bang. Sakit hati lah, bro. Seriously. Team is playing so well. We got no problem. Football seems to be on point. Man, we're getting comeback wins, man. Holy shit. The West Ham game also, by the way, fuck what anyone said. The West Ham game, the ball went out of the line. Okay? This VAR thing is bullshit lah. Went out of the line and they got the goal. Lucky we came back with another headed goal. Goodness. Headed goal, one own goal. Ganacho. Did I get that right? No, sorry. Own goal. Ganacho and then Fred. Right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Lucky we came back. West Ham ain't shit lah anyway, but still, man, I think it was just too close of a match. You know what I'm saying? So, look, man, I was really hoping we could stick to the football stuff, but every now and then you get this bullshit. You got a few injuries here and there that are coming up that I hope doesn't affect us so much. But let's talk about the Liverpool game, man. Holy shit, yo. This Liverpool game. Liverpool preview. Okay, look. Sorry, wrong one. Hey, look, man. Liverpool are on the up and up. Okay, we go and see the goals. I mean, yeah, Gakpo came now. They had some fuck up matches now, but they're actually playing well now. They beat Wolves 2-0 that day. They're doing okay. They're not doing badly. And every time Manchester United play Liverpool, Liverpool players are going to lift up. They're going to rise up. Nunez is getting better. I think maybe 6 more games together. Harpo, and Nunez are going to play very well. I think we got to work cut out, man. I think the key player, for many of you in this game, is going to be Casemiro. For me, I think the key player in this game is going to be the defense again, probably Luke Shaw. Because Salah is going to go crazy attack on Lisandro, but Luke Shaw is the one with the speed. Lisandro and Luke Shaw with the speed to cover. So they're going to come very heavy attack on Varane. So when you're attacking Varane, they go left, right, because the pushing, make Varane pushing. Right back at Tata, Ola, Wan Bissaka. For me, Wan Bissaka plays against Liverpool, I got no problem. I'm telling you. Diogo Jota has come back. This is the guy I felt was the game changer, and we're going to Anfield, correct? Diogo Jota is coming back, and he I felt was the game changer for Liverpool last season. Luis Diaz also, and then they're all injured. That's why Liverpool not playing well. I won't simply discredit way. I mean, I'm happy that they are not playing that well, but I won't simply discredit because cannot. So going into this game against Liverpool, I have some concerns. Number one concern will be midfield. I think I'm going to put it at midfield. If we start with Fred, maybe with Casemiro, we will get a little bit of that grit. But I feel the Liverpool players, because they got nothing to lose, they are 7 to 8 play, they will go all out attack. So we might make the mistakes, number one. Number two, I'm worried about getting early cards, right? Because we're going to Anfield, they're going to come full on power with us. It's going to be crazy. Mo Salah might probably up his game. Nunes probably wants revenge. So we got all these things to consider. And while I know our defense is solid right now, I don't know lah. I don't feel that confident. Like say the Arsenal game when we were playing against them, I was thinking, okay, we most likely could win, maybe a draw, but we lost 3-2. Never mind. It's okay. It was a back and forward. Then Arsenal scored the goal because this should be their season to win. And I hope they win instead of City Liverpool. But now going to the Liverpool game, I'm not so. I know the Barcelona game rose our spirits, won the League Cup, came back here with a comeback win. Oh my god, did I screw up my sound? Shit, I just touched my mic. Fuck, sorry, let me check. Yeah. Came back here. Okay. Okay, my math good. Sorry. Yeah. So we came back, won the league. So I am a bit concerned. I don't feel like when I'm going into this game, like, yeah, it's all good, guys. It's all good, bro. Guy in the back, bro. It's in the back, bro. Easy, bro. Guy in the back, bro. So I'm trying to be Jack Black. Fuck that. Casemiro Sabitzer for the period both is good enough. Okay. Oh, Sabitzer, huh? Oh, I see. So Casemiro and Sabitzer. Well, Jota played well that day. He looks like he's got all his speed and passing ability back. The other guys maybe they can attack. Liverpool's defense iffy. Trent in shit these days. Joe Gomez is very. He could give you a penalty at any time. Virgil van Dijk, whatever. Even Liverpool fans are telling me, he's kind of past his prime. But before we continue on, let me just say, Liverpool fellas were pissed at Pep for saying, "Oh, so it's my fault that Gerrard slipped." They were pissed, bro. They were all pissed, man. They're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is he to say that? You know what I'm saying? I asked a few fellas, I said, what do y'all feel? Oh, the face changed, man. The mood is all changed. Like, they're trying to go, no, lah. I mean, nah, we know. I can read body language. I know they're pissed. So, going into this game doesn't feel too confident, right? I want to put a prediction. So, Semangat prediction will be 2-0. But can we keep a clean sheet? It'll be tough. Number one. Number two, do they have any injuries? No. And the Nunes fellow is playing well, so he can score a goal at any time. We need the two center fellas to be really seriously on point. It's going to be a dirty, rough game, man. I think I'm going to see some mad tackles flying here and there. So it's going to be hard. And if Vegas drops to midfield, like Matt said here, or that number 10 thing, oh boy, that's another thing to be worried about. Golly, man. What do y'all think? Like, I think can win, ah? We need to win, lah. That's the thing. We need to win. We need to get at least into that second spot, or just behind City, not second, but just behind City, around there with a game in hand. I feel like we need to because it'll be a huge cushion. Okay, no need to finish fourth place and then whatever. Is there qualifying for UEFA or like whatever? No need. If you're in that third place, second place, then we can finish in third place, June. Second place, finish third place, June. But if we don't, crazy. And yeah, it's going to be it's going to be crazy football, man. I think it's going to be crazy fun, and I'm very nervous. Very nervous. Very, very nervous. We're playing a lot of games. I don't think we have all our legs. And we're still in the FA Cup and all that, So, and we're also seeing the UEFA League, and Liverpool need to play Madrid, right? Next week or whatever, the next leg. It's going to be It's going to be interesting, I know. I'm sure they want to do well there as well, but I think the league is more important for them. So, I'm nervous. It's okay, but the feeling right now is more Konoha. Okay, it's more Konoha than just Uchiha, Mangekyo. I don't think we really need it. I think let's just hope for the best, lah. All right, look, man. I think that's it. Spit that hot fire. All right, Harriet Robson, wherever you are, girl. I hope you're fine. But I just gotta say, this whole thing is just one whole bag of dicks. It's just really crazy, man. It's just ridiculous. It's young people fighting. It should have been an inside thing handled within inside. Both parents should have come and spoken. You know what I mean? Mason Greenwood should have been reprimanded behind the scenes, right? Like properly reprimanded. When I mean properly reprimanded, if his brothers, if had his brothers and all that, or if she has like her father say, stand in front here, I'm going to give you a few, I'm just going to wail on you for at least 30 seconds, he should have just taken it. And I'll tell him, now you break up with my daughter. I don't want to see you anywhere near her and get the fuck out of my sight. I'm going to prosecute you in court. Instead, what we ended up with was now after 1 year of bullshit, now she's pregnant and the father is him. So you see where I tend to have an issue with this. It's just stupid. I don't know what both sides parents are thinking. I think this is what happens when you have a son or a daughter who's very, very successful. In this case, a son who's doing very, very well. It's extraordinary. You have millions and millions of people who want to be professional athletes, but only 0.01% only make it if you do the math properly. There may be 2,000 footballers in the Premier League, in the whole English, in the league, from Premier League to League One, Championship, League One, and all. There may be 2,000 footballers, right? Because each squad you just need about 40 players, including the reserves, right? But the number of people who are trying to get into that are in the tens of millions. So only a very, very minuscule percentage make it. And I think that's why the parents just have to go with the flow, because the kid is going to make tons of money. So I'm putting this more on Harriet's parents, because I'm thinking, dude, what the fuck are you all thinking, man? If this guy really, really raped your daughter, you should have said stay far the fuck away from him. But instead, now he's pregnant with his daughter. It's absolutely crazy. It's been a wacky world of football, a wacky couple of weeks of news. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all. Thank you for that. It's good to be back. And I will see you all on the next show. Until then, peace out, guys. Take care, y'all.